Hi, today we are on Unit 4, Week 4. We are talking about liters and milliliters. When I think of liters, I think of those 2-liter pop bottles. That's not typically what one person should drink in one sitting. It's bigger than those 20-ounce pop bottles. So that's what I think of when I think of it, liters. And milliliters are even smaller than liters. For every 1 liter, there are 1,000 milliliters. And when we think of liters, we think of liquid measurement, okay? So right now I'm on page 114 in my math journal. Please join me. Okay, so we see the chart here of converting. So when we start down at 1 liter, so they've even broken it up for us. So 2/10, 4/10, 6/10, 8/10, 1 liter. And we see that what I had just told you, that 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. Oftentimes we might use this for like chemistry and science labs. A person might use these with baking. It's not too often that we measure in baking here in the US in liters, but you never know sometimes. So that's why it kind of looks like a liquid measuring cup here. There's the spout for number 3. Okay, so we're going to take this knowledge here that I have just shared with you, that there's 1,000 milliliters in a liter. Okay, so I have a question for you. This is an aquarium that this boy is at. Do you think that this aquarium, this is huge, so it actually might hold more, but do you think an aquarium, let me find actually. People have smaller versions of aquariums in their homes. I'll show you what that smaller version looks like. So here's like an aquarium that somebody actually has at their house. So not this fishbowl, but they're bigger. Sometimes they hold like iguanas or other animals like that. So do you think that an aquarium holds 60 liters of water or 60 milliliters of water? Hmm. So 60 liters. This chart even doesn't get up to 60 liters, okay? Or 60 milliliters. Milliliters is really, that's less than a 2-liter bottle of pop. So if you said 60 liters, you are correct. Other things that come in liters, sometimes milk comes in liters, sometimes juice comes in liters. A lot of times the milk we see as like gallons, quarts, or pints. But then they also sometimes use liters and milliliters if you're getting some smaller versions. Olive oil, soy sauce, those are all types of things that are liquids that might be measured in milliliters or liters. Okay, so now let's think about this. How much would a dog drink? Do you think a dog would drink 60 liters or 60 milliliters? Milliliters makes more sense because they wouldn't drink as much. So that might be like half of a 2-liter bottle of pop, or even less is what that would be. So that's more realistic. Okay, so now we're going to use this table here. So I said, let's figure out how much, so I think of 2-liter pop bottles. Let's figure out how many milliliters are in 2-liter pop bottles. We follow the scale up, 1 liter, 2 liters, go over 2,000 milliliters. Okay, so now if the class sold 3.5 liters of lemonade to raise money for a field trip, how many milliliters is that? Your turn to find that. 3.5 liters is how many they sold. So how many milliliters would that be? Okay, we got a problem. So we don't see 3.5 here, but if we follow the pattern, we would know that it was 3,500 milliliters. So how did you convert that? Well, you maybe use the scale, or maybe you just times it by 1,000. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to work on this table together here. So remember, we're just timesing by 1,000 to get our milliliters. Again, I'm on page 114. So 3 times 1,000, we do our friendly numbers. 3 times 1 is 3. Count our zeros, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, we ran into a problem. This time it doesn't tell us. Well, we can divide by 1,000 and take off all those zeros. 1, 2, 3. And that would leave us with what times 1 is 5? 5. Okay, times 1,000. So 10, and then we count 1, 2, 3, our friendly numbers. 1, 2, 3, 10,000. Oh, this time we've got to divide when we're figuring out this one. Divide by 1,000. So we count 1, 2, 3, take off 1, 2, 3, 14. Okay, timesing. 22 times 1 and 3 zeros. 22,000, and I put my comma in there. Okay, now your turn. You're going to do the exact same thing. They did 1.5, so that's why we don't have 3 zeros. They did 1.5. We'll actually do 2 together, or 1 together, I should say. So 4.4, so 4 and 4 tenths times 1,000. So we go 4, 4, and then we count our zeros. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But the problem is we need to put our comma. Oops, sorry. We only have 2 zeros because we're timesing by 1,000, but that extra 0 is taking up the place where that 4 is, just like it did on top. So 4,400. I'll do the bottom with you. So we only add 2 zeros because it's taking off that extra spot there behind the decimal. So we go 8, 8, 0, 0. Your turn to find 7.5. And then let's see if you can come up with these two. Unpause when you're done. If you said 7,500, you got it. If you said 9 and 1/10, there you go. So now what you're going to do is you're going to shade the number of liters and find the number of milliliters. Okay, so we're actually going to do the last one together, and you're going to do A and B on your own. So again, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're doing these as 2/10 of a liter. So 1.9 would be between, and then 10 is the liter. So 1.9 would be right in the middle, and this is the part that we would shade here and down. So how many milliliters is that? That would be 1,900 milliliters. Okay, your turn to do 3A and 3B on your own, and then you can show Mrs. Smith. And now we're moving on to 4.4, 115. Okay, so what they want us to do, they want us to fill in this chart up top. So how many liters are in 1 liter? 1,000 milliliters. And then 4,000 milliliters. Fill in these two. And then we're going to answer this question. The hotel's kitchen uses about 2 liters of soap to wash their hands every day. The soap is sold in 4-liter jugs. How many milliliters of soap are left over at one day? I like to draw a picture. So it said it holds how much? It holds 4 liters. How much does it use a day? it uses 2. So 4 minus 2 leaves us with 2 liters. Now we need to convert it to milliliters. Okay, so we just go 2 times 1,000. 2 times 1,000, friendly numbers, 2 times 1, put a 2, equals U for unknown. So 2 times 1 is 2. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's our answer in milliliters, 2,000. Okay, we're going to do number 3 together, and then I'm going to have you do numbers 2 and 4 on your own. Brianna's fish tank holds 10 liters of water. Joel's fish tank, so maybe she's got like a little bowl fish tank. Hers holds 10 liters of water. Joel's is 4 times that. Okay, about how many milliliters of waters does Joel's tank hold? Well, let's figure out how many liters it holds first. So 10 liters times how much? 4 equals U, unknown. Okay, 10 times 4 is 40. So Joel's holds 40 liters. Now we go 40 times 1,000. Wow. 4 times 1 is 4. Count our zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 40,000. Again, I said you will do numbers 2 and 4 on your own in your math journal. And that is our lesson today.